people. Before I start on another project, I'm just going to go back and check that my other ones, all the glue stayed. Sometimes it just doesn't want to stay on these corners. Can't tell if my glue's coming out here. Oh yeah. So we just want to take care of these corners and these edges. One more time. They were glued and stuff, I don't know. Randomly, they just loosen up a bit. Because I have raw edges here, I just have to make sure they're all good to go. This is a really nice, cute one. Then I have painted boxes that I put them in so they don't get ruined. This is a master board, so you can see the master board is trying to release here. Glue my paper in there. It happens. I don't know why it happens, but it happens sometimes. So I just have this pocket that I'm gonna reattach as well. There we go. I know I put all the pockets in and stuff, so then I'm going to go back to working on the card journal. I had a blast working on the card journal. That's the word that I've been really enjoying. My daughter sent me a message about maintenance because I've always said how much I appreciate Laz always takes the time to look after the maintenance of the cars and everything. And that's so important. You pay a few dollars to look after the maintenance and you save hundreds of dollars avoiding a breakdown. So that's kind of like a monthly thing around here. Laz is the type of person that wants to have the right vehicle for the right job. So we have a few vehicles. So see, I just put them into a box. Once they're finished. Which one was that? I think that was West. And then I have a list that I put my keep track of the ones that I've completely finished. Because sometimes I have to go back and work on the pockets. Get so excited to move on to the next one. So those ones that are completely done. Got a whole bunch more that I haven't finished yet. And for your healing tip for today, one of the things that we do is we sit and work on projects. So if you're sitting and working on projects, I'm not a doctor, okay, so I don't have any medical understanding at all. But pull together these things. These you can get at the dollar store. Look, $1.75. And you'll probably have these. This is really good for upset stomachs and stuff. And they just sit in the fridge doing nothing. And then I love having these. These last me for years. From Avon, I'm a really nice Avon person. Still love that old saying, Avon's calling. And I put those into a pan and I sit and soak my feet while I'm working. And did you know that if you take some medicines, you can wind up having weight gain and stuff? And one of the things that counter that, and please talk to your doctor or your health people, don't take my word for it. The way to counter that issue is to take magnesium to counter the weight gain that can happen depending on the medicine that you're taking. And so you could take magnesium obviously in a pill, or why not get the magnesium, which is the Epsom salts, and soak your feet and absorb it that way. Right? I don't have any medicines or anything, but my daughter researched it and said she was going to go and buy some magnesium, and my son loves science, so he's the one that told me that Epsom salts is kind of like magnesium, so I decided to add it to my foot soak. Why not? When we get older, we do need to soak our feet. It's just a weirdo problem that happens. And then especially at the end of summer when you're done wearing sandals, your feet get rough from wearing sandals. So I enjoy soaking my feet, and believe it or not, I put the timer on when I soak my feet, and sometimes I am sitting here, I think the longest that I had was 2.5 hours. That is crazy. Time flies when you're having fun. This is a nice big pocket. So this is my new car journal. I'm kind of happy to show you what happened with it. So I think I said that somewhere. I better make sure I have an opening here. Come on. I don't want you that tight. Look at how tight it is. Before this totally dries, let's let it let up a little bit here. So these pages are from my old book, On the Move. This is awesome. It has some great, very old pages from 1948, 1920s, 1900s to 1909, 1940, 1949. I think it's just cool. So there, you'll see those pages, and then you'll see the car elements. And I decided not to just go with black and white. I decided to go ahead and put some color ones in here. So I have these two books that I'm using. And you can get these at the thrift stores. This one was expensive. But I love cars. Love, 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 love. I had so many more magazines, and they are completely used. I don't have a price on this one. I think this one was $3 though, but it has beautiful cars. This one spans quite a few years. I just love the design of the old cars. Way nicer. Way nicer. I can't even tell what cars watch on the road. They look so similar nowadays. Yeah, so then I added a couple of those up at the front. What happened is that this one said something about if you can't afford, so I don't let any of those kind of words come out in my journal, so I just decided to cover those up with those fun ones. Now we have this one, and I made splotches. That was super fun using my watercolors. I got a really wet brush and I put the watercolors in this cap and I put my paper down and I just threw it on there to make these splashes. And then I made these tire elements because last one of the recent videos I did all zigzag, and so I used that to cut my cardboard, and I wanted to make tire tracks. Isn't that fun? So this is not supposed to be a pocket. This is supposed to be just an element here. So that's adhered with acrylic paint. This is watercolor and this is acrylic. And then I did do an outline of my new stencil of the wrench and then my tire tracks. See my wrenches? Aren't they fun? They're just fun. So now I just have to put stuff in it. Putting in rough and torn papers. Rough and torn. That's the paper that I wanted to make. You can see a little bit of my tool here. And so I think I need to add something for writing on here. So I'm just going to take a look at what my papers are here. I have a totally a box of papers. Try to use all of them. Some of them are thinner than others. This is a butcher pad. This paper is thin. If you have friends that work in stocking, when I was stocking food and stuff at the store, the packaging has some fantastic where's my element on the other side? Has some fantastic paper, and they're different colors, and they're just like this. And for some reason, they just put them into the boxes, and they are very fun. I had yellow and gray and different whites, and they're different weights of paper. Really fun. So I have 2 here, so I'm just going to pick one. Save this one for another spot. They're so thin, I accidentally took 2. So this is a very thin paper. This Encyclopedia page. It's very thin. So you know how straight I lined that up there. I am not pre-doing this, guys. You're seeing it as it happens. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And then let's just straighten this one out too. If you watch my videos, you'll know that I do like the torn edge. So what I want to do is I want this to go right over here. Just to strengthen this paper and give us lots of writing space. Okay. Why not? That will be fun. I like these little ones because I get to do my small elements, but they don't last that long. But if you buy the 4 of them, they last just as long as one big one. If you wanted, you could put the encyclopedia pages together, and just like the school paper, you could do them together. And then they'd have a little bit more weight to them. There we go. Now we have some writing space there. Let's get in here and get this down. And then we should give ourselves an edge there because we went around, and so now it kind of looks a little bit unfinished. So I think I'll just run a bit of washi tape over there. You could even run a little bit of your, you could run anything. You could run some more lined paper. There we go. I don't use washi tape enough. That's why I'm going to go ahead and figure out some washi tape here. I love the coffee ones. We got coffee. Try to force myself to use those shiny ones because I never use them. So this coffee one looks okay. I think it's pretty sticky. Sometimes they're not sticky. And you need to add some stickiness. But the paper that I'm putting on is kind of fibrous too, so I think it'll be fine. Let's take it right to the edge. And we'll go all the way down. If we need to trim it, we can, but I think it's good. So let's do this side as well. Let's mix it up a bit. Got some wood. I never get to use these that much. And this one I'm going to have to stop there because I'm going to take off the top of my car. This is a guy's journal. And I think I've said 1,000 times. If I could, I would do cars journals all the time. I love cars so much. That one went a little bit over. Oh, there we go. So now we have those ones. You can put a word up here. I do have my words in my new container, if you've seen that. How about the man? Oh. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't put the lid on that. And you can obviously distress this if you want before you put it on. Let's get it right on that edge. Just because I want it to give a writing space. Okay. And I love my tire tracks. I really did try to make tire tracks. So these are different kinds of papers. That's what I'm using. I'm using multimedia, just lined paper, and just whatever I have. Every time you see a paper in the store, make a choice about which one is going to work for you. Which one will work for your elements. And some of them are a little bit different colors. Some of them are off-white, some of them are white. Some of them, that one that I really have a hard time using, which I probably could have used on this page because it's blue, is an off blue color. It's an off blue color. Let's see if we can come up with a little number to go into that corner. Ooh, I like this really rough looking one. And we'll just angle it because it doesn't really fit beside that car. Just let it angle a little bit. There we go. And look at this, is a gray one. Love it, love it. This one looks good. This is the one I don't like because I don't like this edge ridiculous on the side. So let's just distress this, why not? See how this is a different paper, and the quality is very, very weak. The fibers are very weak. Which one is that? I don't even have the cover anymore. Oh, there it is. This one is sketchbook paper. You get 25 sheets, and it's $2.50. So that's what I mean. The quality is not the best. It is good enough for me, though. It will take handwriting just fine. Let's just distress this because we've got so much gray on there. I have an issue with brown, I'll admit it. I have an issue with brown. That's why you won't see me using brown that much. I just can't make brown look good for myself. It just doesn't happen. I think it's supposed to be this way, yeah. So all we're doing is adding our writing spots. Steady, steady. That's where I'm always saying sometimes I have really good steady hand, eye. Other times it shakes, shakes, shakes. And we can add another number. I kind of like this. This could be a 9 or it could be a 6. And it matches on this side really well. You can really hum and haw, right, about what to put in, but if you're watching my videos, you know I go from one to the next really quickly. So these are the heavier papers. They are perfect for adding pockets to. And I've been wanting to add this to something. This is the last little bits of this really cool. Why don't we add him? I can take a little bit off this side. Can't remember what pack this came from, but it's been pretty cool. Interestingly, it doesn't seem to fit with my flowers and stuff, but it does fit super nice. I just need to take a little bit off here. I don't want to get that close to the center. Try to make sure it's lined up. So this could be a pocket. We could put a little thing in there, but I kind of like the music notes. I'm just going to leave it like that. It's hard when you've got these pages and you want both sides. I really like my straight lines today. That is super awesome. So we want it closer to this line on this side than we want on that side. Just so it's going to bulk up, so we don't want to affect that spine. Okay, I'm going to worry about what to put into the pockets later. That's another fun process. I should have a small car here though. Yeah. And if I have to go back and cut some more cars, that is no problem. Actually, I should have a colored car. I should have a cool colored car. Ooh, I love him. I love him. I love him. Look at how cool that one is. I think when I think about it, the reason I got exposed to so many cars is we had so many friends and family, and everybody had amazing cars. These literally feel like, when you're riding in them, it feels like you're floating, and it sounds good too. So the temptation is to add another pocket on here, but I think I'm going to add a big writing space. And I have this one just about finished. This is another Dollarama. You get 192 pages for $4. And I think what I have left is one signature. Ooh, so I have the not lined. Or I have the line, but I like the colors. I like the color of this one. So let's get this in here. I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it so that it fits kind of in the center a little bit here. Let's check and see if we got it. Yeah. It's okay if it gets a little bit crooked. It's A-okay, and you can make it act as though that you were meaning to do it like that. It's a little bit easier because it has lines. Like it like that. It's nice and straight, nice and straight. And it's just calling out for a nice car, isn't it? That one. Can I find just a little bit of a smaller one here? Ooh, this one's really cool too. Well, they're all cool to me. Oh, I haven't tried red yet. Oh, that's big. Oh, this one. I wanted a little one. If I run out of elements I like, I might have to stop and start cutting out some more. And I think what's missing on this one compared to the other ones is I do not have my tire tracks. So I'll show you how I was doing my tire tracks. Why not? It's just fun. Let's put these over there so I don't dump them. Super simple. You can do a lot. I know you guys can do a much better job. I'm just giving you an idea. This is just an idea. And what happened was I went to the back room to look for something because I thought I had some more fussy cuts back there, because sometimes I fussy cut on while I'm watching TV. And instead I found some Nito glue or paint. So I'm thankful that didn't go bad, because that's what happens with my paint, is I don't use it enough and they go bad. Let's take some water off there and get it nice and dry. And all we're gonna do is paint our tire track. You can see how mangled up I did it. I really didn't do the best job. But to me, it just looks super rough, like a tire track. Just get... And this paint is really dry too, which I think, because it's been sitting back there who knows how long. Thank goodness it didn't freeze and stuff, because it gets cold back there. But I love it. So you can do any design or pattern you want. Let's just do a tire track here. I don't want to affect the writing too much. Isn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. And let's do another one on this side. I've been trying to get them to go in a circle, which isn't that easy to do. As though you were turning a corner. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. This big one might fit. You're just too big, and you're just too big. These guys need to go into something, so I keep grabbing them and they're too small. Or too large. Can let that paint dry a little bit while I fiddle around. See if I can see anything else. Ooh, I really wanted to put that in the last box. I think I'll put that one in here. Doesn't he look like a wind-blown hair going in a car ride? He looks like he's been in a car ride. Got wind-blown hair. I actually think this one's a good size too. Yeah, so I don't have any more cars in there. I do have some cars in here. These are really nice size. One of them is a car and a airplane, which I really like airplanes too. This one's a little bit, I don't think you're quite fitting into the jive. Ooh, 700 is definitely a car number, I know that. So you can get a Chevy 100. And then look at these cool old numbers too. Let's use those. And these rusted out old numbers would be great. These are ditzy downloadables. And I think that will be good. It's not a huge journal. It's not a huge journal. So, oops, I gotta put this back in the water. I think my paint's getting dry now. I might know where I can find some more cars too that are cut out if I need to. So I think that goes this way. These can be together, or I can separate them. Looks like actually, if I leave it that way, it looks like an old license plate, doesn't it? Let's just add those two. They're super duper fun. To me, I think numbers are similar to words. If you have numbers, I don't think you need to add words. And I think for a lot of people, I'm not decorating my journals as much as people would like, but I'm actually making them for other people to fill. I'm not trying to, I want my theme, I want my idea to get across, but I don't want to make it so that this is how the journal has to be completed. I don't know if that makes sense, but I should have one of those fun little cars here I just pulled out. Ooh, I like that one with the plane, but I need an old one on this one. That old one. Oh, I like this one with the double. Yes, 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 yes. So because I pulled out those other smaller cars, that might have been from another car journal, another car magazine. So I'm not positive, because I've been cutting out cars and doing cars for a long time, and like I said, some of my cars are gone. The actual magazine is finished. Okay, so I think I wanted this one. I don't think I even want it to be a pocket. You are so beautiful. Not sure about you because you're kind of like very, very red. So let's add our lighting parts first. I'm going to try to stay down, not make a really long video here. I think I want it to be a bigger writing space than that. So let's just rip this one down. So once again, this is a Encyclopedia page. I just need to take it down a bit. Like that. Oh, I did 2 of them. And this is the thin butcher block, I guess. Look, I'm starting to get shaky. And I'll say it again, people. I think sometimes we get over amped on our gluing. I don't think we need to glue it that much. I really don't think somebody's going to come along and start trying to rip our page off. So I might do the same on the other side because I have one. And then let's reinforce the top and the bottom with the washi tape, okay? Because it's a thin paper. I love the roughness of it. I love the beaten up parts. I love my tire tracks. It's so different, isn't it? Okay, so this is a very thin, so let's strengthen that up a bit. You can strengthen it up with anything. You could find a paper that you like and strengthen it up. Anything you want. I have these. These are quite cool. I wonder if it's a little bit too wide. Trying to find narrow. Oh, this one will work. I have a couple of choices on narrow. I think this one works. Oh, I have this one too. Maybe that one instead of the hearts. I have this weirdo one too. I should put this one out. I'll keep that one out and see if I can remember it. Use the ones that you don't use on other journals. Do we want to reinforce the glue on this one? Let's take a look. Yeah, this one's a very loose, not that strong glue. Let's just take it right on the edge. Okay, we're reinforcing this edge because we added some weight to it. Okay, let's flip that baby over. Pull it out as far as we think we need it. Where's my third hand? And we're gonna come over. I do not want that edge to curl. This page will stand up to churning, no problem. It's just that when we're picking it up and we're churning it, it's not strong enough. It could tear. So let's just make sure that doesn't happen. Give it a chance to do its thing. Anyhow, this is quite long. I think I'll take a break for you. I'll finish my decorating, and then I'll post a video on what it's like. I find people don't want to watch long videos, so just wanted to give you an idea. So I added the wrench designs and the tire track designs, which were so fun, but I kind of fell in love with the tire track designs more than my wrench designs in the end. There we go. Now when you lift it open, it's tickety-boo. We could go up here, but I don't think that's going to matter. Let's see if I can... I did the part for the bookkeeping on the center page. Did watercolor painting on the background. So it's a decent number of pages. I love the grunge. Grunge. I did some water splashing. This is just background, okay? So I kind of did more of my splashing and the tires than I did my wrench design. I wasn't too happy with the wrench design. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this. This is black watercolor on blue watercolor, and I didn't know you could do 2 designs on one. That is super awesome with watercolor. Anyways, hope you like it.